Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello and welcome friends. This is 14th lecture in this course Political Parties and Party System in India, and in this lecture today we are going to focus two national parties which is concentrated in states of West Bengal or in Maharashtra, and both of them are the splinter groups from the Congress party. Nationalist Congress Party in Maharashtra and All India Trinamool Congress in West Bengal. So, in this lecture today we are going to discuss both these parties, Nationalist Congress Party or NCP and All India Trinamool Congress or AITC. We will also look at or examine the historical and the political context of their formation as to why they split from the Congress to form their own party, what was the historical or the political context of such formation, and we will also discuss the rise and growth of both these parties, their ideology and leadership, and the contemporary challenges that both of them are facing in contemporary politics. Both these parties share certain common ideological positions with the Congress, and except for a brief period, Trinamool Congress and both and NCP aligned with Congress led UPA government at the center. Mamata Banerjee Trinamool Congress for a brief period after its split in 1998 joined Vajpayee led NDA government, but it moved out of that coalition and now aligned with the Congress led UPA. The common feature of both these parties are they are a national parties recognized by the Election Commission of India, and they had their roots in the Congress party. So, both of them are formed as a separate party out of Congress party because of their differences with its policies or the decision making. And both these parties are a strong political force in the state of West Bengal and in Maharashtra, and in the current situation in Maharashtra politics, NCP plays a very crucial role in the government formation, and in the West Bengal, although increasingly BJP is posing a challenge to the Mamata Banerjee's All India Trinamool Congress, it remains a very powerful force there. And both these parties also align with the UPA, Congress led UPA, and was part of the government when UPA was in the power in New Delhi. Ideologically also they do not differ much from the Congress, and both these parties signify in a sense a turn towards pragmatic politics in Indian party system, where the ideology matters, but many ambitious leaders within the party often form their own separate groups or separate party to get more bargaining position or to get power or more autonomy and freedom in decision making or in policy formulation. So, we will discuss both these parties one by one. First, we will look at the formation of Nationalist Congress Party or the NCP and the historical and political context of its formation. It is one of the national parties in India. It is concentrated in the state of Maharashtra, but it has its presence in other states as well, and because of its number of seat and vote share, it is recognized as a national party by the Election Commission of India. So, it is one of the national parties, and there are 8 national parties at the moment in India, which was formed by Sharad Pawar on 10th June 1999, and he is currently the president of NCP Nationalist Congress Party and the MP from Rajya Sabha. The party was formed by the Sharad Pawar, P. Sangma and Tariq Anwar after being expelled from the Congress. However, in 2004, P. Sangma led Meghalaya based faction of NCP moved out of it. So, it shows the factionalism or split within the Nationalist Congress Party too, which itself is a splinter group of the Congress Party. Later in 2013, P. Sangma formed its own party, National People's Party. Thus, the formation of NCP was the result of fragmentation of the Congress Party, and not just the NCP, but also many other groups, including All India Trinamool Congress, which we will discuss in the second part of this lecture, are the splinter groups of the Congress, and within these parties also there are a split or factionalism as in the NCP, where the P. Sangma formed his own party in 2013 after he moved out of NCP in 2004. So, the party was formed by these 3 leaders, Sharad Pawar, P. Sangma and Tariq Anwar. However, it is seen in the popular perception as the party of the Sharad Pawar, which has considerable influence in the politics of Maharashtra, although it aspires or has certain representation in other states of India as well. The ex-congressmen Sharad Pawar, P. Sangma and Tariq Anwar were not supportive of Sonia Gandhi becoming the party president. So, the political context of the formation of Nationalist Congress Party was their opposition to Sonia Gandhi becoming the president of the Congress Party, and they believed that a non-Indian origin person should not be elected as the Congress Party president. And it is because of this opposition to Sonia Gandhi becoming the party president of the Congress, they were expelled and formed their own party called NCP. And to make NCP as an alternative to the parent body Congress, Sharad Pawar strengthened its support base among the Marathas in Maharashtra, and this competition to get support from the Marathas in Maharashtra between NCP and the Shiv Sena is also one of the reason why it cannot become the single largest party in Maharashtra, because Congress had its present. It has not lost much ground to the NCP or the other parties, although there are changes in terms of political alignment and realignment in the state of Maharashtra, but it was difficult for Sharad Pawar led NCP to become the single largest party, because for the support of Maratha, it was competing with the Shiv Sena, which also has the strong support among the Marathas, and many other political parties such as Congress and the BJP, they also have very strong sphere of influence in the politics of Maharashtra, and therefore NCP began to realize the need for alignment with the Congress party in Maharashtra. So, to make the NCP as an alternative to the parent body Congress, Sharad Pawar focused more on consolidating among the Marathas. However, NCP has very little difference with the Congress in terms of ideology. So, when it comes to ideology, NCP is NCP has very little difference or no difference with the Congress, and is part of therefore UPA coalition at the national level, and also in the assembly elections in Maharashtra. Both these parties contest the election together. It has been part of the government at the center and the state level, and in Maharashtra as a coalition partner to the Congress. So, they formed the government in the Maharashtra, and also the Congress led government in the center. NCP is the part of coalition partner to the Congress, and it has made alliance with the UPA, Left Democratic Front in Kerala, and the Left Democratic Munch in Assam. The Indian National Congress Socialist merged with the NCP on the eve of its formation in 1999. If you look at the rise and growth of NCP, NCP emerged as a recognized party in Maharashtra in post 1919 assembly election. Election, the party contested in the state assembly elections and came in third position with 58 seats out of 223 it contested, and it made an alliance with the Congress to get more votes and to remain in power, and it was also an important alliance partner of Congress led UPA in 2004, and was part of UPA government at the center in 2004 and also in 2009. In the 90s, many Marathas stood against the Congress party, and their support were largely divided between Congress and the Shiv Sena. So, in the 90s, the contestation or the competition for support, particularly among the Marathas in Maharashtra, was divided between Congress and the Shiv Sena, and there was growing anger or anguish against the Congress party among the Marathas. So, Sharad Pawar then formed a new party called the NCP, and with the rise of the Shiv Sena, the votes has been always shared between NCP and Shiv Sena among the Marathas, and therefore, NCP could not emerge as the single largest party of Maratha, because they cannot claim to be the sole representative of the Marathas, as it is Shiv Sena who equally claims of representing the interest and identity and the pride of Marathi speaking communities and groups, and particularly Marathas in the state of Maharashtra. The NCP gathered seats basically from western Maharashtra. However, the party was not seen satisfying the demands and interest of the Marathas and a section of OBC belonging to Vidarbha region, and to increase its support base, then the Congress, the NCP introduced new liberalization agenda to increase its support base in Maharashtra. NCP exhibited greater influence in the Maharashtra assembly election in 2004 as well. However, in the other states, NCP did not do well except one or two members in some other states. At the national level, the NCP won 8 seats in the Lok Sabha election in 1999 and 9 seats each in both 2004 and 2009 election. It slowly increased its seats in the Rajya Sabha from 4 in 2006 to 7 in 2010 and 2012 elections. However, in 2014 Lok Sabha election, it won only 6 seats and again in 2019 it won only 5 seats in the Lok Sabha. So, in terms of its seats in the Lok Sabha, there is a gradual decline from having 8 or 9 seats during 1919 and 2009 to 6 and 5 seats in 2014 and 2019. However, in the assembly election, NCP remained a prominent player in the politics of Maharashtra. As we see in the 2019 election, it has won 54 seats out of 125 it contested as a after the recent assembly election and severing of ties between the BJP and Shiv Sena, NCP is likely to be part of the government formation in the state along with the Congress, and the role of Sharad Pawar and the NCP in bringing Congress and Shiv Sena together to form a stable government after the severing of ties between Shiv Sena and BJP is pivotal, and thereby although we see a gradual decline of number of seats in the Lok Sabha of the Nationalist Congress Party, it remains a very prominent player in the politics of state of Maharashtra. If you look at the ideology and the leadership of NCP, it stands for social justice, nationalism, social equality, socialism, secularism, democratic values, Gandhian philosophy, federalism and national unity. So, broadly there is hardly much difference between the Congress and NCP when it comes to the ideas like social equality, social justice, socialism, secularism, democratic values or Gandhian philosophy. The only slightly emphasis that one find more in the NCP policies and programs is its emphasis on the nationalist ideals or the national unity or more strong federal government with greater autonomy to the region and the state. There is hardly much difference in terms of ideology, as the Congress party also stand for social justice, socialism, Gandhian philosophy, democratic values and secularism and so on. So, that makes NCP a party which is more comfortable in aligning with the Congress. However, it has exhibited its flexibility and accommodation to align with other parties as well, and therefore, in the current political impasse in Maharashtra, the role of NCP in bringing Shiv Sena, which is ideologically opposite to both NCP and Congress, together to the formation of government in Maharashtra. This party NCP emerged as a left of the center. So, if you recall, we have discussed the ideological spectrum of political parties in India from extreme left, which is about social conservatism, free market and giving more scope or space to the market, to the extreme left which want to radically alter the social structure or the power relations in the society to give more voice and access to the political process to those communities which are marginalized or excluded from the mainstream society or do not have sufficient representation in the mainstream political party. So, in India you have political parties from the extreme left to the extreme right, and in that ideological political spectrum you find Nationalist Congress Party in terms of its policies, programs and ideology, a party which is left of the center, that is similar to All India Trinamool Congress or the Congress party, and in opposition to parties like say Shiromani Akali Dal or Shiv Sena or the BJP. So, the party such as NCP emerged as a left of the center party under Sharad Pawar, but it could not emerge as an alternative to its parent body Congress in Maharashtra. Pawar quit Congress party, but later formed an alliance with the Congress to contest assembly election against Shiv Sena and BJP combined in order to restrain them from returning to power in Maharashtra. So, because of his deference to Sonia Gandhi becoming the party president of the Congress, Sharad Pawar split from the Congress and formed his own party, and also tried to consolidate the Maratha votes for the NCP. However, it realized the necessity to align with the Congress to restrain the Shiv Sena BJP combined from coming to the party, and that shows the pragmatic approach in Sharad Pawar, and also the possibility in terms of their ideological similarity with the Congress, which make them a strong combined force in the politics of Maharashtra against Shiv Sena and BJP combined. After 2004, Pawar joined Congress-led UPA government and retained portfolio when UP was re-elected in 2009. In 2012, he announced of not contesting 2014 Lok Sabha election, and the party, like the Congress party, this NCP, like its ideological or political predecessor Congress party, suffers from dynastic politics and nepotism. So, many leaders in the NCP promote and protect the political career of their families, and this is similar to what one see very often among the many leaders in the Congress party. Similarly, in the Nationalist Congress party too, there are many leaders who are more interested or more proactive in promoting and protecting the interest or the political career of their own family members, their own kith and kin, rather than expanding the socio-political base of the NCP. And NCP, like many regional parties, also seen therefore as involved in the dynastic politics. And some of the challenges that it faces in the contemporary politics we will discuss later after discussing the formation of All India Trinamool Congress in West Bengal and the historical and the political context of its formation. Like NCP in Maharashtra, All India Trinamool Congress was also part of, before its formation, its leader, particularly Mamata Banerjee and many other leaders, were part of the Congress party. It was formed by Mamata Banerjee on January 1st, 1998, and it is left of the center party like the NCP, and it is also recognized as a national party of India by the Election Commission of India. So, both these NCP and AITC, which is the splinter group of the Congress, is recognized as the national party, although they have more support or concentrated support in the politics of West Bengal and in the case of NCP in Maharashtra. It is another split party formed out of Congress, and it is recognized as the 5th largest party in the Lok Sabha with 22 seats after 2019 Lok Sabha election. So, this party, despite having a sphere of influence which is concentrated in the West Bengal, is also a very prominent national player in terms of the number of MPs it sent to the Lok Sabha. in the current Lok Sabha after 2019, it has 22 seats and the fifth largest party in the lower house of the parliament. Although the All India Trinamool Congress is formed as a faction and a split off from Congress, yet for electoral gains it formed alliance with the UPA during 2009 and 2012 and with Vajpayee during 1919 and 2001. So, although ideologically it is closer to the Congress party or the ideology that is represented by Congress led UPA, it has a pragmatic approach to the politics which allow it often to distance from the Congress and align with other oppositional parties also, and often it also tries to create or lead a third front which would be alternative to both Congress and the BJP in Indian politics without gaining much success in mobilizing the other parties in that, but very often it also tries to create the alternative to both the Congress and the BJP. All India Trinamool Congress is a ruling party in West Bengal since 2011 and now it faces increasing opposition or challenge from the BJP. It came to power backed by Congress after defeating the 3 decades long rule of the left front government in the state. So, the phenomenal success of All India Trinamool Congress was in 2011 when it ousted the near 3 decades rule of the left front government in the West Bengal, and in achieving that it has the support of the Congress party, and it is in the power since 2011. Before the split from the Congress, Mamata Banerjee held significant position in the Congress party. For example, she joined the Kolkata district committee of the Congress in 1972 and worked as the unit secretary of South Calcutta Girls College. She has also a very good relationship with Rajiv Gandhi, and in 1984 she was nominated to fight against the CPIM candidate Somnath Chatterjee from Jadavpur parliamentary constituency, and in that election she defeated Somnath Chatterjee in 1984 Lok Sabha election. She became the Congress MP again in 1991 and was made the sport Minister of Sport and Youth Welfare in Narasimha Rao government. She was also appointed as the President of the Youth Congress I, which strengthened her position in the Congress party. However, she had problem and serious differences with the Congress leaderships and its decision making process on many issues, particularly their support for the left party. She even sent resignation to quit the party, and she accused the Rao government of favoring the left parties, and in her opinion the left party's government in West Bengal was not in a position to control violence which was rampant and maintain law and order in the chaotic situation in the West Bengal. So, she wanted Congress party to exert pressure on the left parties and maintain their difference. However, because of the decisions or the pro left policies of the Congress party and its government, Mamata Banerjee had serious differences with the leaderships and the decision making process, where she believed that many Congress leadership do not really understand the political situation in the West Bengal, where the left party's government is not in a position to either control violence, which was rampant, and also maintain law and order in the chaotic situation, particularly after many protest or agitation that was led by the Congress workers in the state. So, in 1994, her relationship with the Congress worsened as she wanted the party to sever its ties with CPIM, and she criticized the Congress of corruption and favoring the CPIM, which she thought as the root cause of many violence or law and order problem in the state of Bengal. She had stopped therefore campaigning for the Congress party in then Panchayat election in 1993 and municipal election in 1995. She has consistently maintained her opposition or oppositional stand against the left parties in West Bengal. However, she failed to negotiate such opposition successfully with the Congress party. Though a deal was made between her and the Congress, but the sudden announcement by Sitaram Kesari that she was made or appointed as the chairman of the publicity committee disappointed her further, and finally she decided to move out of Congress and form her own party. Thus, Trinamool Congress was formed in 1998. So, this is the political context of the formation of All India Trinamool Congress under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee, who was the strong face of the party in the West Bengal. And because of the Congress inability to put pressure on the left parties or sever its ties with the CPIM, it forced the Mamata Banerjee to form her own party and provide alternative to the left front government in the West Bengal, and she accused this left front government of many political violence, corruption and law and order situation in Bengal, and that has finally led her to move out of Congress to form her own party, All India Trinamool Congress, which she has provided leadership till today. The rise and growth of All India Trinamool Congress has been phenomenal. It was successful in establishing its hold in the West Bengal as an alternative to CPIM led left front government, and this is the remarkable success of Mamata Banerjee's strategies and the politics of All India Trinamool Congress to oust a government which was ruled by a party for more than 3 decades. All India Trinamool Congress supported agitation and struggle in Nandigram or in Singur, where farmers were against the forcible land acquisition by the state government in West Bengal. So, this was the result of post liberalization politics, where there was genuine concern among many left parties that how to maintain the balance between their opposition or their critique to the capitalist mode of production or the industries under private ownership, and the pragmatic concern for providing better employment or improving the living standard of its population. And since 1990s, perhaps many left parties were struggling to maintain this balance of ideological commitment against the capitalist or private ownership on the one hand, and the pragmatic concern of politics to satisfy the demands for employment and better living condition and so on. So, in this situation, CPIM government went ahead with acquiring land for the private industries such as Tata, in Nandigram and to establish new factories or industries, particularly the nano car, which led All India Trinamool Congress to side with the farmers against this forcible land acquisition, and ultimately she was successful through this agitation or struggle to expand its popularity among many sections and communities in the state politics, and it certainly strengthened Trinamool Congress position in the state politics of West Bengal. And in 2009 Lok Sabha election, it won 19 seats, and in 2010 the party won 97 out of 141 seats in Kolkata municipal election. So, gradually All India Trinamool Congress was presenting itself as the alternative political force to the left front government. The big achievement was in 2011 when All India Trinamool Congress defeated the left front government in the state assembly election. So, it ended the rule of left front government and establishes Trinamool Congress as a alternative force, and now it dominates the politics in the West Bengal. In 2011 election, it has aligned with the Congress and other socialist parties, and they together won 227 out of 294 seats, and All India Trinamool Congress on its own won 184 seats, which enabled it to form government even without the support of its alliance partner in 294 assembly seats in West Bengal. This election win of All India Congress was a phenomenal in terms of its electoral performance and also its status in West Bengal politics on the one hand, and its role in the national politics subsequently. In this election, it has ended the 34 years long rule of CPIM led left front government in West Bengal, and her slogan "Ma Mati Manus" was very popular to arouse nationalist sentiments among the masses, and it thereby helped the party to secure larger votes in the election. In 2012, however, it was part of the Congress led UPA government in 2009. It severed that ties in 2012 due to increasing price or FDI in retail sector. So, for the ideological or the political pragmatic reason, it has aligned with both the BJP, but mostly with the Congress led UPA, but it continues to express its own different opinion or different political and ideological position on many issues such as price rise or FDI in retail, and on the basis of that it has severed its ties with the Congress party in 2012. If you look at the ideology and the leadership of the All India Trinamool Congress, it stands for social democracy, democratic socialism, regionalism, secularism and anti-communism. So, one of the defining characteristic in All India Trinamool Congress ideology is its consistent stand against anti-communism on the one hand and constant struggle for the greater autonomy of the states in Indian federal structure on the other. So, besides these two, its opposition to the communism or the left wing parties and demand for greater autonomy to the states within the federal polity in India, it is hardly distinguishable from the ideology of the Congress party, be it its struggle for social democracy or democratic socialism, secularism and so on. So, it shares in that sense many of the ideological position of the Congress party, except perhaps its consistent opposition to communism and left wing parties on the one hand, and demand for greater autonomy to the states on the other. Critics argued, however, that Mamata Banerjee projects herself as an autocratic leader of the All India Trinamool Congress without democratic nature of party functioning in terms of decision making, in terms of policy formulation and so on. She remained a matriarch or a supreme leader within the All India Trinamool Congress. She also appoints members based on her choice and preferences, and All India Trinamool Congress lacked a well established decision making body which function which is not which should function democratically. Therefore, all major decisions of the party are taken by Mamata Banerjee herself. So, there are genuine criticism against the way party function, seats or tickets are distributed, and also major decisions are taken. There are hardly any democratic discussion or debate in the party about many issue, and it is regarded that most of the decisions are taken by Mamata Banerjee herself. The All India Trinamool Congress was formed as an alternative to the left front rule in West Bengal, and it gained popularity under Banerjee's leadership because of her stand against the land acquisition policy and establishment of SEZ, special economic zones. She actively supported peasant rights in Nandigram and Singur protest, and it made the party more popular against then ruling left CPI government in Bengal. So, the role of Mamata Banerjee in making All India Trinamool Congress as an alternative force in West Bengal politics to the left front government, and consistently increasing its support base by supporting the peasant struggles in Nandigram and Singur is widely recognized and appreciated, and that give Mamata Banerjee a supreme status within the organizational structure of the All India Trinamool Congress. And in 2011, as we have discussed, it has had a landslide victory against the left front government, and since then it is in the government in West Bengal. However, it is now increasingly facing challenges and opposition from the consistent rise of the BJP in West Bengal politics. However, the left and the Congress are now disseminated in the West Bengal politics. However, under her leadership there are many controversial cases, or there are several controversies which has emerged, such as Sarda Group financial scandal, Rose Valley financial scandal, and many others. And she is also accused of shielding her party members or the MLAs from various corruption charges, and these charges are particularly labelled against All India Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee by many opposition party, including the BJP. So, All India Trinamool Congress is criticized due to overprotective leadership of Mamata Banerjee, where she prevent many of the state functionaries to inquire against her party members or the MLAs. This has led to the growth of opposition party, most notably of the BJP in the West Bengal politics. So, if you look at the results of recent assembly elections and Lok Sabha elections in West Bengal, the growth of BJP is phenomenal and very explicit in the West Bengal. So, the other problem with All India Trinamool Congress is its constant shift in the party towards Congress and the BJP. ending alliance abruptly have led to serious questioning of All India Trinamool Congress ideology and politics. So, as for example, in 2012 it withdrew support from the Congress led UPA government and went in Lok Sabha polls independently. It was due to UPA's decision to allow FDI, foreign direct investment, in retail sectors and rising petrol and diesel prices. However, this decision to sever the ties with the Congress led UPA led many parties and critique to argue about the consistency in terms of its ideology and politics, because it is seen more as a opportunist party which align or go independent according to the changing political situation in the country or in the state. It was due to these factors there are apprehension about its consistency in terms of its ideology and politics, despite its commitment to secular politics or democratic socialism and so on, which is very close to the Congress party and its ideology. It further showed All India Trinamool Congress therefore as an opportunist party forming alliance to remain in power rather than its ideological commitment to its core values. Thus, it can be argued that party lacks an effective organization, especially in terms of its decision making, and a clear political ideology to sustain in power for a longer period. So, because of her constant shift in terms of policies and ideology, it has given a space to the opposition parties, particularly the BJP, to pose the serious threat and challenge to the politics of All India Trinamool Congress in West Bengal, and the recent assembly and Lok Sabha election is testimony to the rise of BJP in the West Bengal. Now, if you look at the NCP and All India Trinamool Congress and their contribution in Indian politics and the contemporary challenge, we find although NCP, that is Nationalist Congress Party, was formed as an independent party by Sharad Pawar, it could not for long remain in opposition to the Congress, and gradually at different intervals it formed alliance with the Congress led UPA and contest election as coalition partner in the assembly election in Maharashtra and also in other parts as well. So, with the presence and growth of Shiv Sena, NCP could not become the single largest party in Maharashtra, and therefore, NCP is forced to stitch alliance with the Congress and other regional parties to remain in power. So, NCP has shown its pragmatic approach to politics despite of its ideology having close with the ideology of the Congress party. NCP had to face factionalism within the party, as we have seen how P.A. Sangma moved out of party in 2004, and within the and it did not do well in other states, which showed its weakening position and lack of effective organization. And recently the Shiv Sena and the BJP combined, which was expected to form government in Maharashtra after the assembly election in 2019. However, the difference of opinion between the two parties over Shiv Sena's 50-50 formula for CM post has led to a political impasse, and presently president rule is imposed in the state. After this political impasse, both Shiv Sena and NCP also failed to come up with the letter of support that is required to form the government. However, in all likelihood, both NCP and Congress would join Shiv Sena led government in Maharashtra, and it clearly shows the triumph of pragmatic politics among the Indian political parties over their ideology, and NCP is no exception to that rule. All India Trinamool Congress similarly emerged as a splinter group from Congress. However, like NCP, it has also aligned with the Congress. Although in the beginning All India Trinamool Congress was part of Vajpayee led NDA government, according to many critics, Trinamool Congress lacks any fixed or consistent ideology and political program. Mamata Banerjee has soon emerged as the party's matriarch, and her decisions are to be implemented without critical scrutiny either by the party leaders and its followers. Although All India Trinamool Congress is currently ruling Bengal, but her leadership and style of functioning is severely criticized by the Congress and the BJP on the one hand and left parties on the other. She is also accused of promoting corruption and nepotism, and in recent decades her party is facing major challenges from the BJP. So, if we conclude this lecture on the politics, programs and ideology of NCP and Congress, NCP and all Trinamool Congress, we find both these parties having close ideological connection or affiliation with the ideology of the Congress party. However, because of their differences on certain issues or certain programs of the Congress party, they moved out and formed their own party. Both of these parties are the recognized national parties and often align with the Congress and Congress led UPA to remain in power either in the state or at the center. However, in the contemporary politics, both these parties also share some of the ills that is there in the Congress party, such as nepotism, corruption or promoting of one's own kith and kin over the expansion of the parties. Another challenge before these two parties is to maintain their ideological commitment and maintaining a balance between their ideological commitment and the pragmatic concern. So, both are seen as the opportunistic party willing to align with different groups to retain in power. Another challenge before these two parties are the crisis of leadership. So, largely these two parties is seen through the leadership of Sharad Pawar or the Mamata Banerjee for both these parties respectively. So, there is a lack of credible second rung or third rung leadership in both these parties, and they have tried to expand their support base beyond the politics of West Bengal. However, they have very little success in achieving that, and particularly in the West Bengal, Trinamool Congress is now facing increasing challenge from the BJP, and similarly in the Maharashtra, NCP remains a dominant force. However, unlike All India Trinamool Congress, which has its own government in the West Bengal, it is not in a position to form the government in Maharashtra on its own, and therefore, it needs alignment with the Congress and other parties in the Maharashtra, and also in the national level in the Lok Sabha, its seat is declining. So, these are some of the challenges that both these parties are facing in the contemporary politics, and its future prospect depends on their ability to respond to some of these challenges in Indian politics. So, that is all in this lecture today. To know more about their ideologies, policies and programs, you should refer to some of these texts like Rekha Diwakar, Party System in India, published from OUP 2017, New Delhi, and Joya Hassan, Parties and Party Politics in India, again from OUP in 2001. MP Singh and Rekha Saxena, Indian politics, contemporary issues and concerns. So, these three texts remain the key text for many of the debates and discussion on political parties and party system in India, and also to more about the specific parties, their policies and ideology, which you should use for other political parties as well. So, these are the key texts to understand political parties and party system in India. And besides that, you can we should also refer to Enduring Status Quo by Bandyopadhyay and Sumanta Banerjee, Post Election Blues in West Bengal, and Dwapan Bhattacharya, Making and Unmaking of Trinamool Congress, and Rajeshwari Deshpande, Politics of Frustration, Anxieties and Outrage from the EPW. So, these are some of the texts you should refer to understand more about the politics, policies, ideology and programs of Nationalist Congress Party and All India Trinamool Congress. So, that is all in this lecture today. I hope you have liked it. Do share your comments and feedbacks. Thank you for listening and thanks for your patience. Thank you all.